We are live, officially live.
We are not in the same place, though.
No, I know that's kind of annoying. But hey, everyone. Thank you once again for carving out 30 minutes of your time on a Thursday evening to join us tonight for Live in the Lounge. I'm Dana.
And Jamie.
And no, we're not together. Last week we were together and it was so much fun. We were like literally shoulder to shoulder, not like shoulder to shoulder.
We weren't in our normal locations, so we had to be creative.
Yes, exactly. As some of you guys know, our mom is healing from COVID, and Jamie came down for over 2 weeks to help out. So it was really fun. What?
I can't believe I was there for 2 weeks. It doesn't even feel like that.
It flew. No, it totally flew. So yeah, it was a little bit crazy, but so we got to do one live show together, which was good. When she comes back down, you posting your lights?
Yeah. I'll get it right halfway through the year.
Don't worry. This is why I love Facebook Live, because it's so casual. We are going, whatchamacallit, when you come down, I think you might come down in April, maybe?
Yeah.
We'll have to plan another live in the meantime. But mom's doing well, which is good. It's slow and steady and kind of crazy, but she's doing well, which we're excited. If you're there, I see people popping up. Please say hi in the comments. We would love to say hi back. Tonight, we're going to be talking with LeeAnn of Mama Crush Marketing about being a mompreneur. LeeAnn is a mom of 5. Yes, 5. She homeschools. And she runs 2 businesses. So I think she pretty much checks all the boxes of being able to give us a few pointers.
And make us all feel inferior.
No.
Or me, anyway.
No, or me too. But I think she might be having a little technical difficulty popping on. So hold on. Let's see. We're live now. But if you can, what?
Is she?
No.
That's it. We've lost her.
I think we've lost her. She's in the interwebs. But if you guys can comment maybe below or to the side, whichever it comes up, if you guys have any time-saving tips that you go by in terms of balancing that career and family home life. And it is doable. It kind of creates a team. It says I'm backstage. Oh no, it's so weird. She's not showing up. Oh no, she's backstage. Log out and log back in.
Do I have to do that too?
No, you're fine. You're fine. LeeAnn, log out and log back in. So LeeAnn's here, but she's not here yet. But we'll have a great conversation with her. I know that some of my time-saving tips that I do is, or I try to do, is get as much done as I can the night before. So she's going to try to log out and log back in so I can not be crazy in the morning. Are there any things that you do, Jay?
To keep myself sane?
Yeah.
No, that's why I'm going to learn tonight. No. I think the things I need to do are just be more disciplined to fit it all in, because like right now with work and mom and the kids, and now I'm like going to school, it's like if you're not disciplined, which I am in certain things, but maybe not time management, it's impossible.
Well, you also have a tendency of saying yes to everything.
Oh my God. My therapist said that to me today. She's like, let's talk about this.
You're like, okay.
She's like, there's a red flag I'm seeing going off in all aspects of your life. I know. I know. It's so true. I know it. But like I have a call at 7:30 after we get off with like a client right now.
Oh, really? Oh, the pretty lady. She's here. Hold on. Oh my God.
I don't see her.
There. Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey, how are you guys? Can you hear me?
Yeah, totally.
Okay,
Hi,
great.
You gotta love technology.
I know. Well, I think that I may have had an old link because it showed a different title to something. So
Sorry.
You just sent me another one a little while ago, so I was like, let me try that. So I tried that. So that's all that's important, right?
What?
I said I made it. That's the important part.
It is, because I said to Dana, I don't know what we're going to talk about for the next 20 minutes without you.
I'm here. Don't worry.
No, we're so glad that you're here. I love
Thank you.
I love technology. It's a love-hate relationship.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I've missed a couple of meetings the last couple of weeks because Zoom was acting crazy. And so it's always nice to have that wrench thrown in your day and your plans, right?
I joke now that instead of worrying about like the wrench from a commute, like if you took public transportation or whatever, it's like now you have to worry about if Zoom is going to work or your technology. It's like a different stress.
Or is your internet working right? Yes, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So crazy. Well, we are so glad that you're here.
Me too.
I wanted to know, can you share a little bit about, tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure, I would love to. So you kind of boosted me up and made me sound like this superwoman, and I don't really think that I am, but unless you would consider that all moms are superwomen, really. But I do have 5 children, and see, the caveat here is that a couple of years ago, I was able to say that I had 5 children that I took care of under my roof, but now 2 are grown. And so really I'm only taking care of 3 at home. So, it's like I said, it's kind of a caveat there, but I did raise 5 kids so far. I've had 5 kids under my roof at some point. And I'm a homeschool mom of the 3 little ones, and which I never thought I would utter those words in my entire life. I love working, and I started and owned several businesses. And if you would have told me a year ago that I was be homeschool mom, I would have laughed you away. So this has turned into a whole new experience, and I'm unexpectedly fallen in love with it. And now we are really happy, and we're going to continue on for the time being. So
crazy.
It's a whole new world, right, for everyone. So then I started about a little more than a year ago a group for local female entrepreneurs, and it's called Business Casual Mastermind. And what we do in the group is we have a couple of meeting options every week, and the ladies can come. Like I said, it's called Business Casual because there's no pressure. If you can't make it, not a big deal, but you come and you learn a marketing skill or a tool to run your business every week. And so I teach something every week. I've been in marketing for the past 20, 25 years and some sort of marketing or sales. And so, I just use that, and I love keeping up with the trends and what's going on. And I'm a perpetual learner myself. And so I take all the information and then I download it to our ladies in the group and try to give them something every week that they can take away and use in their own business. So that's business number 1. Business number 2 is Mama Crush Marketing. And this is a company that I started actually just recently, last November. I had been doing this. I had been doing marketing on a contractual basis for several companies over the last few years, just doing their marketing and coming up with brand strategies and game plans for them, and often doing the social media and the emailing and the blogging myself. And this past year, I decided to put it in my own hands and start a business with it. And so I help mompreneurs, and I help them to come up with brand strategies, marketing plans, and I create websites. So I do all the tech. The kicker is that I do it all in one day. So you come to me, you give me all the info, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about how that helps my schedule being a busy mom, is that I came up with a plan so that I could do this in one day, and it really frees up a lot of my time. So that's what I do. So
I'm exhausted. No, it's amazing.
I am too. Surprisingly.
You don't look exhausted.
No, LeeAnn is filled. You're filled with energy. Whenever I can log into the Business Casual mastermind groups on Wednesday, I try to do the 12 o'clock Zoom. And you're just your energy and your vivaciousness. You're I want to sit there and listen the whole time. You have so much energy and your drive for everything. It's extremely admirable. And you have
that is super sweet. Thank you.
Seriously though.
Thank you. All right. So what can I help you ladies with?
I obviously I guess I heard you say a lot about, your past experience and obviously professionally and personally. And it sounds like you merged the two to inspire Mama Crush Marketing. Is that what happened? Or was there a pinnacle moment that you were I need to do this?
Well, I actually, the term Mama Crush, or the name, otherwise it would just be called LeeAnn Roberts Marketing. But I started after I had my third child. I was home and I was looking for something to do because, having a baby and two, tweens wasn't enough. Like I had to have something to do. And I decided to start a business, and I was like, what do I like? Well, I love shopping and I love clothes, and, I really love style. I had been doing marketing in the professional corporate world for a long time. And I thought, I bet I could sell clothes. Like, I bet I could do this. And so I decided to start a boutique, like an online boutique. And I came up with the name Mama Crush. I just thought it sounded cute. Like, it's a crush on moms. I just kind of
so awesome.
put it together. Yeah, moms, like, I'm crushing on the moms are crushing their wardrobes. Like, I just had this whole little thing going with it.
I love that.
Somehow that name became my name. Now I when I go out in public,
You are
it's like,
Mama
oh,
Crush.
you're the Mama Crush, right? So I ran this boutique for about a year, and it was awesome. It was so fun. I had a great time doing it, and it was getting really busy, and to the point where I was at a turning point. Like, what do I do? Or fork in the road. Do I it had taken over our garage, our dining room, the whole thing. My husband's like, what is going on here? What are you doing? So it was like, do I rent a space and try to move this and make this bigger, or get help or whatever? Or do I just stop and go on to something else? And so I was kind of at this fork in the road. And a girlfriend of mine, she said, oh my gosh, I'm starting my own clothing company. I would love for you to come do all the marketing and do the styling. You do all this already. She's like, I'll buy you out. And I was like, wham, perfect. Okay, answered,
Oh
so
my
she
God,
bought the
so
company. Good. Yeah, she bought the company from me, and I started working for her. And so I worked for her. I think we did it about a year. I had a contract, with her for about a year. I did all the marketing, styling, and everything. And then our contract was coming to an end. And I thought, okay, now what do I do? Well, the Mama Crush name, I still get called Mama Crush when I'm out in public. I'll just take that name and I'll make something else out of it. So I'm going to be a personal stylist, because that's kind of what I was doing before, but I don't want to have inventory in my house. So I'm going to become a personal stylist. So I made Mama Crush Styling, or Mama Crush Style. And I just started doing personal styling. And then I got an offer for another contract, for a marketing contract, and the money was good. And I was just like, okay, let me just go back and do that again. So I did. And then I was just at the fall, I was like, okay, let me just stop the chaos. I just need to start my own business, just get this under control. But I got to keep the Mama Crush name, because that's what everybody knows me as. I'm sure people, and this is branding is what I do, but I'm sure people are like, I don't know what she does, but she's called Mama Crush. Whatever it is, she's called Mama Crush, right? I mean, next week I might be selling ice cream, but it's Mama Crush ice cream. So yeah, so that's how it came.
It's translated. Yeah. I mean, it works across, right?
It does. And right now I help mamas crush their branding and their marketing and their websites, and help them streamline that whole overwhelming part of a business. It's like a fun part of the business, right? Coming up with your brand and how you're going to market it, and being on social media. Those are all fun things that women that own businesses do, but it can eat up your day and then some. Yeah. And so my goal is to help streamline that. And also the tech side can be so, it can get you stuck, right? It can really get you stuck. You think, okay, I could do a DIY website. I mean, I've been there. I have done this. This is why I know how to do it all now. And I thought I could do that. It'll take me a week. And then I'm sitting on it for 6 months. So my goal is to get you unstuck. Let me just get it done for you in a day, right? It may not be perfect yet, but we're going to get it up and running, and we're going to get it going for you. And then we can perfect it later. So
I think that's the biggest
hurdle.
Yeah, hurdle is actually just pulling the plug or plugging it in. You know what I mean?
Right.
And doing it. And I know that happened too when I had a marketing agency for a little while, and now I'm back in the not corporate world, but I'm back in that. But it took me a while. I'm like, I don't know. What about the name? You're like, whatever. And I wish I knew you back then, because I think I pulled everyone in my family, what the name was going to be. And it was DBP marketing. So at least Mama Crush is a lot more creative.
I know, really. I'm judging you, Dane.
It's funny you say that, though, because now I teach man, just keep it simple, sister. Let's just use your name. And now if I was starting this company over from the beginning, it would just be LeeAnn Roberts Marketing. I kept Mama Crush because I'm known as that in the, in our area. But honestly, so much of our branding and our marketing now is all about being a personal brand. And so having your name up in front and center just makes it so easy. And it gives you the autonomy to to change tack, right? To change course if you need to down the road. Like if I decide to go sell ice cream, it could be LeeAnn Roberts ice cream, but we're just going to keep it at Mama Crush. So
Mama Crush by LeeAnn.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there we go.
Somebody's saying I need Mama Crush's help stat. Go to my website, mamacrushmarketing.com.
Yes, we'll definitely be sharing all that information. We're in the group, so I'm trying to say, oh, Nancy, don't worry, I have a connection. No, for sure. So, let's see. You started Mama Crush, all the different iterations of it, and you have these two businesses. Now, Business Casual Mastermind is a lot of work. I know it is because I see all of the research that you put into it and the time and the dedication. And then you have your business. Like, what would be a tip that you would recommend to the budding mompreneurs out there, the people that want to do kind of, what you're doing now? Like,
oh yeah. I mean, listen, I know just from our group alone, we have 54 members right now, or 58 active members of Business Casual Mastermind. And those are mostly women just from our little area. I mean, it's just a common thing now. Everyone's got either their own business or a side hustle, right? I mean, most, I don't say everyone, but most women do. And I mean, hats off to those of you that haven't succumbed to the pressure and like said, you have to do something.
Women have to do it. Moms have to do everything.
Right. But I thrive off of it. I love it. I mean, it's such a source of joy for me. But so a tip, for someone who is like trying to think like, okay, I want to start something, but I do have kids and whether you're homeschool or not. I mean, homeschooling, the only difference between sending your kids to a school or homeschooling is that a few days of the week, I can't do anything else. My focus is 100% on them. So I have to find that time somewhere else to do my work. So all I can say is just take a look at your schedule. Where can you compartmentalize, right? Like where can you fit in a business realistically? And, I guarantee you, no matter how many hours a week you think you're going to work, you're always going to work a little bit more, especially at the beginning, because there's a lot of, groundwork to be laid. And so for me, I homeschool my kids on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and Tuesdays and Thursdays, they go to a co-op program. So Tuesdays and Thursdays are my heavy duty work days. Like there is nothing else that can happen. Tuesdays and Thursdays are work days and the occasional haircut, or Botox.
I was going to say, what about time for you?
But for me, the work is it fills me up so much, right? That it really it is my me time a little bit, I mean, it is work, but it's what I get so much joy out of. And, it doesn't hurt to make a paycheck. Right. So you're also making money doing it. So Tuesdays and Thursdays are my official work days. And then I squeeze it in when I can because it's important to me. If it wasn't, I wouldn't run two businesses, right? I could just probably do one, but also I am a night owl and also a morning person. Strange sounding.
I am too. I totally am that. It's so
Are
weird.
You? Yeah, I can stay up late and I get up very early in the morning and I go to the gym. That's my other me time is I get up very early and go to the gym. But if I didn't though, I would get up and work. It's okay. I would be fine with that, So I am a very fortunate person that I sleep extremely heavy. I think this is so I really only need 4 or 5 hours of sleep a night. And I am completely rested, full of energy. But I just sleep. I mean, the minute my head hits the pillow, I am zonked out. And I know that is not the case for most women or, or many women. And I know my husband suffers with sleep issues. And so I know that that's such a blessing that I have. And hopefully it'll never change, right?
That's so great.
But if I wasn't somebody who was, a night owl or morning, or both, I would just have to figure out which one am I and then and take advantage of that time. So, right. But I really try to say my guaranteed hours of work every week are those Tuesdays and Thursdays when my kids are at school. And then I try, if I can squeeze in a meeting or some work during lunchtime, I don't make my kids work 8 hours straight at school. I mean, we take breaks and such. So if I need to, do a discovery call with a client or something, it's a great thing to schedule for me during lunchtime or a break time for the kids. So yeah, it's all about compartmentalizing and really saying, what can I really stick to for work? and then where else do I have to squeeze in? So many of my, a few of my clients, their kids go to school. And so they know, like, listen, I have between the hours of 9 and 1 or whatever it is for them, every week. So that would be 4 hours times 5. I have 20 hours a week I can work. Mm-hmm. That's it. And anything that I say, don't count the evenings, don't count any like inspirational moments or anything, those 20 hours of what we're going to work with. And marketing or, that I'm teaching or planning for them can only take up a small portion of that time. So let's plan around that. Right.
Right.
And then anything they can do bonus, if they get some energy in the evening or early morning or something, great. But I'm only going to count on those times. So you guys might be familiar with like time blocking a calendar.
Yes,
I always say, I love that. Like, I love looking at people's calendars when they've like all highlighted and stuff. It looks fantastic and I love it. But it's all in my head. I have that all done in my head, right? I don't have it actually like written out or anything because I can't keep up with it, but it is all compartmentalized in my head. Like, I know I have this block of time for my kids, this block of time for my house, this block of time for me, and this block of time for work. So I don't know. I hope that helps. Like,
it does. I mean, I think what you're describing is high discipline. You have to have high discipline.
You do. And I work very well under pressure. Mm-hmm. So that's another thing is like knowing how you work. What conditions do you work best under? If you are somebody who likes to take your time and you like to be done way ahead of time or plan things out, then you work your schedule around that, right? So then you would probably give yourself more smaller pockets of time over a longer period of time. For me, if I'm working on a project, I'm going to cram it all in like the last couple of days for the most part. And it's just how I work well. I can get it all done. I have a deadline and I'm a procrastinator by nature, but I don't use it in a negative way. I say that's when I do my best work, right? So I'm not going to try to change the course of how my brain works. For me, that's how it works best for me. So I mentioned before that I do it all in one day for a client, all these things. I do offer an extended, slower coaching program for clients because some women love the idea. Yes, get me in and out, get me done in one day. If I walk out of here with a brand strategy and a marketing plan, awesome. Or I walk out of here with a website, fantastic. That's like in one day, that's amazing. Other women say, whoa, I need more time to answer your questions. I need to think about this. And that's great. So then you choose the coaching and it's basically the same thing. We just do it over an extended period of time. But I love the done in a day because for what I charge for my business or for my services, I'm sorry, it's a premium to be able to get it done and so quickly and so suddenly. And so I can take then fewer clients every month to still make the goals that I have. Right. As opposed to like constantly having to fight and find new clients constantly. I actually have a waiting list, right? Like I can't take anyone else this month. So if you want this one day and done service, you're going to have to wait until, April now. So for me, it works out really well. It takes the pressure off me a little bit. I know I can get 2 or 3 clients this month. Like that's just by putting in the effort that I have the time for. If I wanted to expand that, like if suddenly my kids went back to school and I was like, oh, I could take on 10 more clients every month, then I would be really pressed to find more clients, like to make sure I'm filling that calendar up. But for me, this is what works. And, but I do like having a couple of really like slower, they're not slow, more relaxed clients that want to take their time and work through the work. Because honestly, you're going to get the best. You're going to get the best results if we take our time and really, really dig deep and work on, your branding strategy and such. But what I can provide in a day is pretty great. So, and obviously the work is not all done in one day. It's like, we have to talk on the phone. You have to do homework for me. You got to turn things in, questionnaires. Mm-hmm. And then I take all of that and I deliver it to you in one day, our day that's chosen. And so I've been like kind of working behind the scenes a little bit, but the bulk of it all is done in that one day, and the teaching of it, like me walking you through each step, showing you how to use the website, whatever it is. So, but for me, it's just I've designed a way to still make the income that I want to make, but also be able to homeschool my kids, which, like I said, that wasn't really a factor before. So,
right,
yeah.
No, it's amazing because basically the tidbits that I'm getting out of this is being able to compartmentalize, really knowing what your goals are too, which is really important. and to know your goals and then strategize with the
and to know how you work best, right? Like I said, I know that I work best under pressure, and I know that I can work on 4 or 5 hours of sleep. So I can really work around a lot of that. That's not the case for everyone, but knowing what you know about yourself and how you work best and where you're going to get your best productivity and what times of the day, that can really help you set up your calendar so that you can manage a business and your children and your house and yourself and your husband or whatever it is, so you can do it. I promise. Everyone says like, oh my gosh, you do so much and I don't know how you get it all done and your house is always clean and stuff. And I'm like, people, I am just surviving like you. And I don't care if you have 5 kids or 1 kid. Those people take over your life, right? And so, it doesn't matter how many there are. I'm no saint because I have 5 kids. It's just a lot louder in my house and I have to buy a lot more food, right? So, but if you are driven and this is what you want, or making an income or having a purpose for your business is really important to you, you're going to figure it out just like you figure out everything else, with being a mom. Like we figure it out. That's what we do. So.
So true. This is so motivating in so many ways. No, seriously, I feel like, we just have to, if the kids forget their lunch at home, we figure out what to do. You know what I mean? So, but
absolutely
continue that strategy through your business or the career that you've always wanted, that you want to be happy. Because they say when you love what you do, you're not working.
Right.
You're having a great time.
The other thing I could say about like streamlining your work efforts too is, streamline it to make it easier is to streamline it. I really believe in make things as simple as possible for yourself, right? Mm-hmm. You don't need to be on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Snapchat, Twitter, tweet, whatever. Like you don't have to do it all. And social media also is not the end all be all of our businesses. A lot of us, unless you are a real influencer who is making money strictly from affiliate shopping on, or brand deals on social media. But for most of us, that's not the case. And so social media isn't everything. And I think when we hear the word marketing, especially nowadays, that's what we think it is. It's social media, but there's so much more to it. And there's so many other ways to engage and attract an audience and to nurture an audience, to make them into paying clients and customers, that I want you to keep it as simple as possible. I mean, my clients, I came up with like a 3-step marketing. I call it the marketing tripod. There's 3 things to do for your marketing. Basics. Okay. This is like, if you are just trying to keep it as simple as possible because you're a mom, you have a million other balls up in the air, right? A million other things to juggle. It's your website or your content, whether it's your like a YouTube videos or blogs. I'm sorry, I can't talk. Blog or a podcast, but like your main home content. And I'm gonna say it's your website, right? The second thing is email marketing. I mean, blogging and email may sound old school and dead, but they are not. They are the reason these big box companies still send 100 emails out a day to you is because it works, And then the third thing is social media. And I say, pick one. Pick the one where your audience lives, where you want to grow, where you get engagement. And this is just starting out. Like if you're just trying to streamline what you're doing. Or if you're just very, very, very limited on time and you don't have help in your business, then this is what you do. You pick one and you just get really, really, really good at it. And
smart.
Later on down the road, sure, if TikTok's the newest, funnest thing, then sure, go on. But that's that extra time you have. That's not included in your work time,
Yeah.
Right, in your compartments. That's like, oh, hey, I'm going to try to make a TikTok video. Great, do it, and but it's on top of whatever you have planned. And there is a time to add other platforms. And it's when you've grown enough that you have time, or you can hire help. Like
exactly.
That's when, and that's my my approach to it. I do it myself the same way for my business, and I'm staying booked as much as I need to be. So really, I think it does work. This tripod marketing system, and you can grow it. This is just how you. If I hear a woman tell me, I just don't have the time, I'm like, you do. You're just not using it right, properly, or you're just not looking for it in the right places, or you're wasting time. Because if you are wasting time on 10 different social media platforms, girl, that's 9 you do not need to be on, So yeah. So I just think keeping it as simple as possible. I do the same thing in life. I mean, I try to keep things as simple at home as possible. That's near impossible with 5 kids, but I try my best to do that. So.
You got an A for effort, I am sure.
Yes, me too.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe the 30 minutes have been up. I feel so bad.
Man.
I feel like I could talk to you for hours.
You are so sweet. Thank you so much for thinking of me and having me
gosh,
on. I love
so
it.
Great. We were so excited.
I know.
I love it.
All the tidbits. I'm definitely going to, once I break down, I'm going to put all of your websites and also your social media channels. I personally enjoy Business Casual Mastermind. I encourage anyone and everyone to attend. I know you don't have to be local, which is great because of the Zoom, but it's a great option for meeting people and networking and getting great ideas and infusing LeeAnn's energy into you.
It's really fun, and it is a membership group, but there's so many features and benefits, and it's the same thing. Go to businesscasualmastermind.com and find out all the features and benefits. It's super duper affordable. Like you can just come. It's really fun. Your first meeting's always free. And then with Mama Crush Marketing, I love helping mompreneurs, and I'm taking new clients for April. So
that's great. Awesome.
I hope we book you up.
Me too. Let's do it, ladies. I want to help you. Some of you get streamlined.
I'm ready. Well, thank you so much, LeeAnn. I hope you have a fabulous night. And hopefully I'll see you next Wednesday on Business Casual Mastermind.
Awesome. Thank you. Thanks.
Bye. Thanks.
Have a good night.
You too.